Hi there. I'm in a slightly windy Ibiza right now. It's early morning, and I've been here for a few days to coach a client of mine who wanted to do a really deep immersion for our second session and do something a little bit special. And I seem to be finding myself doing more CEO coaching at the moment. Not necessarily just CEOs, but people who've achieved a certain level but are looking for something else. And I thought it was an interesting thing to make a video about, because this guy I've been working with really blows me away. He's like the extreme sports of personal development. He just like dives right in there and consumes everything, and I think there's some great lessons from what he's finding. So we started working together. He's a CEO of a really interesting leisure and retail set of developments in London. He's an entrepreneur. He's bought and sold businesses before, sort of built and sold businesses before. And we started talking because he kind of said, in your 30s, you've got this real clear direction, and you're fantastic at go from A to B, just work, just get it done. And then you blink and you wake up and you're in your mid-50s and you're fatter and you're tireder and you think, what am I doing? And why am I doing this? And the work that he's been doing, or we've been exploring together, has led him to focus on three big areas. Firstly, ourselves. What do I want my experience of life to be? How do I want to think and feel? How much joy do I want to be able to squeeze out of every day? How do I want my body to be? And then kind of others, my relationships. How do I want my relationships to be with my family? What time do I want to spend with them? How do I want to show up for them? What kind of a listener or a dad do I want to be? What kind of a husband or a father do I want to be? And then the third box was with leadership. This realization that he'd spent an entire career being the one with all the answers, the one that knew how to do everything, the one to go do this, bam, get it done. And that works. Of course that works, but it's limited. And if he wanted to achieve what he wanted to achieve now, a different style of leadership was going to be needed. But also, just as a human being, he wanted to be a better listener, care more for his people, choose to care about their growth as well as getting the immediate things done, and be able to empower them so his business could scale and he could achieve even more remarkable things. The thing I want to share with you, though, is this. He, at a certain point, through a piece of work, and he'd done a Tony Robbins seminar that I'd suggested he go to as well, which was a real catalyst for his shift. He at a certain point had this realization. He was working on his beliefs, the things that were holding him back, that he genuinely had this belief that he couldn't change. Well, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I eat, this is what I drink, this is how I show up, this is how I treat people, this is how I lead, this is how I get things done, this is me. And the belief that I'm too old to change, this is me. That realization, that belief was stopping him from living the life that he was capable of, was transformational, absolutely transformational. After that, the doors were blown off. It was like, well, anything is possible, He could completely reinvent his attachment to spirituality, his attachment to nutrition, his attachment to how he shows up, how he leads, what kind of a father, what kind of a parent he is, what his lifestyle looks like, how much he works, how he works, where the businesses are. Everything was like, okay, I can do anything, which is also overwhelming. So then you've got to work with that and make that a strategy and a mindset shift. But it made me want to ask you through this video the same question. If you were open to the belief that you could change in any aspect of your life at all, and you may well be open to that belief, I think most of us find a certain level of stuckness around that. But if you were absolutely wide open to that belief, that understanding that I can change anything at any time, circumstances, mindset, fitness, leadership style, capability, skill level, anything can change if I choose it to and I put the work in. What one thing would you change right now? What one thing would you change, right? If it could just happen, if I could wave a magic wand, bam, if it could just be done, what one thing would you change right now? Imagining that your belief is wide open to that. It's totally possible. I can live any life I want. I can be as wide open as I want. I can make anything happen that I want. If you just allow yourself to feel that for this moment, what would you shift? I know it's just a video. I know it's just a few minutes of thought, but our beliefs hold us back. After the belief shift comes the strategy, comes the work. These things are not easy, stuff has to get done. Maybe these things are not easy is a belief that I have. But what would you change? I wish you luck and love and happiness from Ibiza. See you later.